All right, everybody. I'm sorry about that. We're back. Those are listening by radio. They shut us down. That's how they do it. But anyway, uh, we work around those things. Rumble, for those of you that are tuning in to Rumble, sorry about that. Our stream was, anyway. But let everybody come in on Rumble there. It is a crazy world we live in. We've got so much going on. Hopefully everybody can pop back in on Rumble. If not, no big deal. They can catch it later. But also, I'm going to play you this here. This is actually one of the people on the ground actually taking a video of these blocks that no one says exist there.
There's just a pallet of bricks down here, and this one dude hanging out. This is so fucking weird.
Sorry about
what,
the
we're
language.
gonna fucking fuck up a hospital? Who the fuck is this and why?
And what he's showing is stacks
This is
and
ridiculous.
stacks and stacks.
Why are they here? Exactly what I'm fucking wondering. Okay, so you're on our side?
Yeah, no, man.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, I don't know. I got here, and the cops were already here, and they're like,
You're kidding me.
Just got a call about it. Like, 5 different calls have gone into 3
Is this a hospital?
This is the hospital, too.
Okay. There is no construction going on there either. There's none going on there. It's what's going on in Chicago is crazy. So here we go. Listen to this one. Free. So stupid. The irony of this is it's the LGBT community. Free Palestine. The other thing is this. Why are they wearing masks? Yeah, they shut down my internet, but I have an encrypted way to get back up. They put, these people are putting masks on. Let me ask you this question to think about. This whole crap with monkeypox, supposedly monkeypox going around, which actually a lot of doctors have said it's pretty much just like smallpox. It doesn't make any sense. You would think that they'd be saying, hey guys, you're not allowed to be down here marching in the streets, hundreds of thousands of you, with this whole monkeypox going around. That's just so stupid. And if you're going to go down there and you're going to protest, you're going to throw stuff, you're going to yell, cuss, whatever else you want to do, say your own thing, take off your mask, big boy. Big girl, take off your mask. Because you don't believe in what you're saying. You don't believe in that. That's why they're all scared to take off their masks. Because they don't want to be known who's there. But yet they want their message out, but whatever. This here is actually a group of protesters from Chicago, but they're demanding that Kamala do exactly, what she's told, or they're not going to give her a vote.
Genocide Joe would still be on the ticket if it were not for this movement.
Genocide Joe.
All of us. Our movement is one of the main reasons that you are now the Democratic candidate for president in the most powerful country on the planet. You, Vice President Harris, get to run for office because we ousted your predecessor right here in these streets.
Here's where I'm at on that. I don't totally agree with what she's doing, but I do agree to this point. If we're going to vote people in because of the platform that they said they were going to do when they get in office, then we need to do it. We need to hold them to that. From Georgia, good to see you. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, guys. Those on YouTube and Rumble, and it was live on the EIOBN.com network. Our internet was shut off on us. But like I said, I have a way to get an encrypted thing out. Linda, good to see you. Yeah, so you got all these people with all their different demands. But here is the big thing. You know, they were boarding up businesses because they're afraid of the violence, tearing stuff up, and every right. So they should be, but it goes beyond that. Listen to this.
Are preparing for any possibility of a chemical attack.
You would have hundreds of people running across the actual arteries across 290.
Rush EMS director.
Ambulances would park right over here.
Dr. Nicholas Cozy demonstrates how quickly this ambulance bay.
And as we walk in, they're going to be met by staff ready to help them.
Converts to a chemical decontamination center. Rush received federal funding in 2012 to install this for the NATO summit.
This is our control panel right here.
With the press of a button.
Okay, enough of that bullcrap. What it is they're preparing in Chicago in case there is a possible chemical attack that's going to take place. That's not just a one-off. That is a lot of different things. Here, let me play this one.
The hospitals are on alert, ready in case of a biochemical attack.
But we'd be hosing these folks down right here.
The Department of Defense funded this decontamination room at Rush University Medical Center, walking distance from the convention.
Well, that's another one to add to the list. So apparently we have the Department of Defense preparing for a possible biochemical attack at the upcoming Democratic National Convention. As the Democratic National Convention is underway, local and federal officials are on high alert for a possible biochemical attack. CBS has reported contamination rooms to be set up at Rush University Hospital in preparation for such an event. Rush University is located in Chicago, Illinois, just minutes away.
Okay, so I'll break this down for you. They have made all the hospitals now on alert that there could be a possible biochemical attack. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's like, what are they trying to hide? Okay. What are they trying to hide? Georgia, glad to see you in the house. Ozark, Alabama, been there before. Madison, Mississippi, I've been there before too. Wow. Glad to have you all. Sorry you got kicked off. It is what it is. Can't keep a good man down, so I'll find other ways. But anyway, but you got this. They're making sure that they have everything ready now for a chemical attack, because, just listen to me here. Here comes a conspiracy for you. Good to see you, Lebanon, Tennessee. Here's a conspiracy for you. What if, because I don't believe if something would happen that it would just be some banana land guy come over and do it to us. I believe it's about 95% our own country. And it's either deep state with the Democratic people. It's just what it is. What if they put the fences up, they've got all these people blocked into the city. Now, the very first video I played you all, it was telling you that the police have stopped a lot of these marches from happening and have contained people in the streets, won't let them move forward. Okay? They're going to protest, let them protest, but they got to protest in the same place. Unless it's changed in the last 15 to 20 minutes, that's the way it's been. Jasper, Tennessee, Lebanon, good to see you. That's the way it would be. So what if, here's a conspiracy for you, what if there was going to be something biological happen? And what if those people are going to be the ones that are martyred? I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying I'm saying I don't want that to happen, but I'm saying, what if? Because it's very fishy to me that they've supplied, they put the fences in, put people in there like they're rats. And if you close them off, they're going to get agitated. They can't pee. They can't get water. They're going to get angry. They're going to fight. You're going to see them come back at the police. You're going to see them go to the street corners and grab their brick because they're pissed at the police. They're ticked. So we're going to go back and grab our bricks and we're going to throw them. How convenient. I'm telling you, like I told you yesterday, if you're in that area, get your butt out. Get out. Because people are being boxed in and not letting to be able to move. And if that continues, no good comes from that except angry people. And you got all these different groups. First I said there was like 5 or 6, okay? Now we're talking hundreds that have now jumped in on this bandwagon. Hundreds of different groups are there to protest. Not for the same thing. Oh, no, they'll do it peacefully, right?
This is crazy. Tens of thousands of protesters have swarmed Chicago the night of the DNC, and they're already wreaking havoc before the convention even starts. One protester got through security and crashed the delegation's welcome party, taking the stage. Others are going through the streets with a banner that says "Killer Kamala, Gaza speaking." This is in response to her saying at one of her rallies the other day to be quiet because she was speaking. And now, just moments ago, the protesters have gone in front of the Hilton Hotel in Chicago, where they believe delegates are staying, and they're chanting, "Shut down the DNC." It is expected that by tomorrow, there will be over 100,000 protesters, and the DNC have been putting up fences all over Chicago to try to mitigate the risk of the protesters affecting the success of their convention.
All right. So pretty much these people that support countries or have come from another country that has had dictators and have come here don't like the fact that Kamala told them to shut up. Pretty much. DC, is it true that they have an abortion clinic set up at the convention? Absolutely. We touched on it at the very beginning of the show before we got cut off. Yes, there are actually portable their trucks or whatever you want to call it. Maybe a trailer. I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, you lied. It was a trailer." They have. It is true. They're very proud of what they're doing. They're putting up multiple abortion sites where you can go and have your abortion or have a vasectomy. Man, whatever. There is so much going on and so much at stake right now. And meanwhile, you'll have Kamala still trying to say, well, Trump this and Trump that. Let me just put this in perspective before we go. Okay. So we got the DNC. We got the police out there. All of them are there. You got military out there. You got Secret Service out there. You got marshals out there. You got it all. Got it all. Then on top of that, I forgot to tell you. I'm so sorry. I had some good news for you. Let me read you this good news. I totally slipped my mind. 4 were killed and 20 were shot in Chicago over the weekend. And you expect this is going to be a peaceful protest? Seriously. Absolutely. Don't believe me? Go research it. 4 killed, 20 shot over the weekend, at the beginning of this DNC thing. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. No, this will be great. This will be a bed of roses. Shoot, there'll be confetti flying everywhere and free, $100 bills falling from the sky because the DNC's putting it on, right? No. You've got the police there. You've got all the law enforcement there. You've got the fences up that are made to not get past, which means if your party has been stopped from moving forward, at some point you're going to clash with somebody else. Not only that, they said that one witness, he said that the police were actually having trash thrown up on them. Trash and stuff thrown at them. But nothing's going to happen. And then you have all these by the hospitals and different places, tons and tons, and there's no constructions. Just to clear that, so no one says, "Well, there's probably construction." There wasn't construction. There's not. Dropping off hundreds of thousands of bricks at these places, and we're talking right outside of residential areas. They're not there for a picnic, everybody. It's not there just for kicks and giggles. It's there to be used. Okay? Couldn't pay me enough money. Yeah, absolutely. Well, your men in blue, they actually were, they couldn't take off. They were actually told you're not allowed to take off. You're not allowed to take vacation time. Everybody is on duty, period. And not only that, a lot of the officers have made their families go away. We don't know. Just so you know, Harris / Tampon Tim is the worst ticket ever in America, in American history. And also, I hate to do this to you, ladies, but it's the worst ticket for women in American history. Think of this. They want that to represent you. No. They don't know the difference. That's the thing. They don't know the difference between boys and girls and want boys in women's sports, and they want tampons in the bathroom, boys' bathrooms, and what they have done, and what they will do. The Biden administration have done this, but moving forward, if Kamala was to get in there, which she's not, they would set women, not men, women's achievements back decades. They would. You're exactly right. It's total evil. There's going to be riots and fires again. I believe it's going to happen. But you got all this going on, and then the icing on the cake is, hey, by the way, we may have a biological chemical weapon go off on you guys down here. So we've actually prepared the hospitals here, and we've actually got them trained, and we've got the decontamination rooms. We've got all this stuff set up in case. But we're going to call this a peaceful protest. This is Nazi. This is crazy. The Fox has been peaceful protest. Yeah, right. No way. They're lying. There's been not peaceful protest. No, maybe in some places. Here's the thing, is if you're going to be a reporter, won't you go to everything? Don't report on one little small group, because what they do is say, it's been a peaceful protest. Well, what were they protesting? Well, it was a nursing home protesting that they wanted better wheelchairs, and a bunch of people in wheelchairs are sitting out there. Right? It's a peaceful protest. They won't tell you the nitty gritty of what goes on. Why don't they go down in the middle of this group and confront some of these people? Hey, why are you here? They won't. Because journalism today is dead. It's dead. There's nothing to it. It's all smoke and mirrors. These people, especially this younger generation that wants to be in leadership, don't know the value of a dollar, don't know the value of hard work, don't know picking up a shovel and digging a hole, don't know going and working for a mortar company or a brick or block company. I did that when I was way younger and about tore my hands all to pieces. It's tough work. But we got these people that want to be in charge, and people that don't even know how to write their name in cursive, for God's sakes, because it's not being taught. They don't know how to count change. I was at a place yesterday. My bill was $31. Okay. I gave him 2 20s, and he looks at me and goes, do you want change? Yeah, I want my change. But one, your service sucked. But yeah, I want my change. And even if I would leave him the whole amount, which I didn't, that's left over, I want him to have to sit there and learn how to count, because they can't. That's why when you go to a restaurant, they'll go, would you like to round this off? It ain't rounding it off just for the fact they want your extra money. They want to round it off because they don't know how to count money. America, wake up. Wake up. And these journalists are down there. I'm not saying everybody's bad, but about 70% of them, 75% of them, they suck. And they go down there, and the only thing they know, let me tell you what's wrong with the generation. They don't know real confrontation. They think confrontation is just a big old fight. Confrontation is disagreeing with someone and then being passionate about it and still walking away as friends. If you cannot, we have to be able to live with each other in our country. But I also don't want to be led by people that don't know how to manage a stinking checkbook, or be able to write their name in cursive, or be able to count change at a table. And your journalists are down there. They've come out of their daddy's bedroom or the mama's house, not the bedroom, but they've come out of their mom and daddy's house from just being fresh of graduating, but all they've done is sit on their ass and play video games all day long. You have raised a dumb generation. It is. Husband pulled up at the gas station, a man come up and told my husband, I'm going to let you buy me a beer. Yeah. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you a little story here. And I'm going to close here in a second. My dad, which has passed away, when he was alive, he was one that never really, my dad, even old, my dad didn't back down. My dad would whip the tar out of you if he could. He didn't. He was a pastor. Did it for years and years and years. Lord knows why. Because people kick you and spit in your face, kick your teeth, everything. It's a rough deal. But he one day my mom called me and was like, "Hey, could you take your daddy to get him a gun?" Now, understand, they've never owned a gun in their life. And I said, okay. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. No, what's wrong, Mom? And this relates to this, I'm going to let you buy me a beer deal. And so I go down to the house. Say, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing. Just been thinking about it. I think I want to get me a gun just for my protection if I need it. Well, Dad, you're pushing 70, and now you're wanting to buy a gun? Can you shoot the daggone thing? Oh, yeah. My dad was in the military too. Vietnam. And finally, my mom breaks down. My mom can't keep a secret. My mom's like, listen, you know these people down the alley? Yeah. These are the street people. Don't have nothing against them until you go hurting my parents, and we got a serious problem. And so she says, well, my mom and dad had this privacy fence in their yard is about 60 feet long. She says, well, these two guys come up here and they told my dad he was going to give them the money in his pocket. And my dad says, I don't have any money in my pocket. Well, let me see your pockets. I ain't going to let you show you my pockets. You're going to let me see your pockets now. Grabbed my dad, shoved him down on his front porch, hurt his hip. But my dad didn't want to tell me because my dad knows that DC takes care of business. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And so a couple days later, I took my dad to the gun place, bought him a gun, let him pick it out, bought it for him. And he actually never used it or anything, but actually he felt like he was able to protect himself. But that you're going to buy me a beer thing. I asked my dad, I was like, what are these, what do they look like? Blah, blah, blah. And he told me, but what they had done is they went out and they had had torn up the post for his 60-foot long privacy fence, tore it up, broke it in half in the yard, the whole thing. And then he'd come back up to the house and said, you're going to pay us to fix that. Well, let me just leave it to you like this. I was raised in an area that was very rough. Every day walking home from school was tough. You had to be tough or you got your butt kicked. And I learned at an early age you had to be tough. And so I found these guys walking one day, confronted them. Because you know what? You can say what you want about me, but if you lay a finger on or a hand on my children or my grandchild and my other grandchildren, or you lay a hand on my parents, we have a serious problem. And it goes beyond the law at this point. Because if you call the police, what happens? Well, they just run around. What are they going to do? They'll arrest them and they'll be out. And by the time that the ink is dried on their paper, they're out. And I told the guy, I'm going to tell you guys, I told you to be transparent. I told the guy, I said, you ever step foot on my dad's property again? You ever step foot on it? You ever steal from him again? You ever do anything to my parents? When you come by my parents' house, you better walk the other direction. And he goes, well, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm tell you what I'm going to do. I will put your hands in meat grinders, and you'll never, ever be able to tear something up or steal something again. Yep. I did. And you know what happened? He never come back around. Those of you are probably saying, oh my gosh, I cannot believe he would say that. Yeah, I said it. The generation that we have now wants to just sit down and make deals to make things go away. We as Americans have to face what's happening in America. That's why our vote is so important. That's why us spreading the truth to people is so important. It's so important. Nancy just did a live in D.C. and they were putting up a wall at the Capitol Construction Company. Told her that they're putting up a wall for inauguration. Yeah, I'll check into that. Because there would be no way that they'd be doing it now for January. I'm saying this, guys. We're at a tough point in history. We have to, and for what I said, if those of you that want to judge me say, I just can't listen to him anymore, he's talking violence, then you're part of the problem with America. We have to face our own problems. We have to protect our families, and we have to protect this nation. And not even for ourselves, for other people, for our families, for our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren. When you're dead and gone, the people that you've loved and left behind have to deal. Kathy, my show didn't end. They cut my stream off. I had to fix something. I will never just hang up on the guys or just go in and you all not know it. So if it ever happens, you know what's going on. Because there are powers that be that hate this stuff. Southeast Tennessee here, great. Thank you for coming in. But moving forward with our nation, we have to be strong. We have to be stable. We have to be stable. I'm going to leave you with this one little nugget. Okay. Now, y'all can ask me all day long questions about this, and I'm not going to answer it yet. Okay. So I'm just giving you that fair warning, what I'm about to read you. Okay. I said this on Brad Barton a long time ago, and people roasted over it. But I'm going to say this. Let's go back to Trump. If Trump wasn't the CIC, Commander-in-Chief, wartime president, don't you think he would have already been jailed immediately for violation of a Logan Act, they say? Are we under martial law and we don't even know it? Because you know what? We're the only country that doesn't have a president right now. You need to think about that. How is it so easy that we don't know who's in charge? You need to go back and read all the Donald Trump executive orders. Go back to that. Go back to that. And with that being said, I ain't answering no questions on that yet, guys. In due time. I'm just throwing that out there to spin your brains a little bit. America needs you. America needs us all. And it needs the truth. And that's what we're doing. Go check our website out, eiobn.com. And like I said, for social media, we're all on there. Ways to contact on there. And ways to give. And we appreciate when you do give. With that in mind, I just want to say that the rest of this week, sit back, relax, watch whatever show the DNC is going to put on, because I'm sure it's going to be one heck of one. Go back, research, guys, Donald Trump's executive orders. Laws and orders. You got that right, man. Laws and orders. Go check it out. Because right now, and for a long time, our country's been running with no president.